name is Brian Pillman Jr., and you're watching the Rasslin Rage YouTube show.
Oh!
It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! Going down! This is Rasslin Rage! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade! It's going down! This is Rasslin Rage! We're doing now! This is Rasslin Rage! This is Rasslin Rage! Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade!
And now it's time for Rasslin Rage with your host, Cody Fleming.
Bam! Look at we're here. Look it up. Welcome. Hey, we got a added special guest last minute over here. What did you call yourself? Hold on, wait. What'd you call yourself?
The Cyrus Protection Agency.
The Cyrus Protection Agency. Gotta make sure nobody messes with the shoulder there. Welcome to the 77th episode. That's not, man, it's been a minute.
I remember one. I
remember one.
I remember you talking to me about wanting to do one.
Right. I remember talking in no microphones, and it was the webcam webcam microphone. Yeah. So, yeah, I was ghetto in the ghetto. All right. So, anyways, 77 Rasslin Rage. I'm your host, as you know, Cody, and to my right is none other than the one and only AquaBruh Cyrus Satin.
Cyrus.
Yeah. I'm clapping for myself. I like it. So, welcome back to the show, Mr. Cyrus.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Awesome. So, everybody in the hood or wherever you're at today, make sure you scroll down to the description and check out those affiliate links. I got Highspots. I got one to WWE. Click those links. Look, you have to click those links. Otherwise, Rasslin Rage gets $0, right? And even it's really not that much anyways. It's like a very small percentage of the money that
50
you pay.
cents is 50 cents.
Right, yeah, I know. You're right. 50 cents is 50 cents. That's 50 cents off the $3 server charge a month, right? You know, it is what it is. Also, don't forget, you can purchase Rasslin Rage T-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/RasslinRage. You have T-shirts on, what is it, Cheap Merch?
Yeah, Cheap Shot Merch.
Cheap Shop Merch?
Yeah, tchip.com. You can search Cyrus Satin. I even got my new logo.
Ooh.
So the AquaBruh Go for the golden opportunities.
There you go. I like it, right? We'll talk a little bit about, that in a little bit. Rasslin Rage has a Facebook and a Twitter, at Rasslin Rage. For both of those, you can like and subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you head over to r2youtube.com if you're not there already. And we also have a website, which I just, need to redo, and I keep talking about it and never do it. It's one of those things, you know what I'm saying? Talk about it, don't do thing, right? Whatever. All right, so I'm going to run the Indies intro, and then when we come back from that, we're going to talk a little to AquaBruh here, and I ask him a few questions, and then we'll talk about some Indies here in the Great Lakes state of Michigan. All right. Boom. And if you're just joining me here tonight, Cyrus Satin, also AquaBruh, and then Cyrus Protection Agency, CPA, over here, okay? Hanging out tonight. So that was a last minute thing. So you were on the show a few months ago, right? You joined us via satellite feed from Florida there. And somehow along the lines in there, it was announced that you were going to be flown to Port Huron and defend the Rising Star title. Here we are almost 3 months later. You're back in Michigan. First, I want to say welcome back. Again.
It's always good to come home.
Yeah, it has to be, Now, let's jump right into it, man. The shoulder, right? So it was announced on ACW's Facebook that you dislocated your shoulder during a match, and you're going to be out for a bit. Do we know how long?
Yeah, it's only 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Yeah. It was inferior, and it was interior and inferior. They said it was basically I popped it forward and down.
Okay.
So they basically just rolled me on my stomach and popped it right back in. Actually, so it's just 6 weeks, no surgery.
Right. So 6 weeks, no surgery. That's good, right? So that's decent. Now, I know it sucks, but it's better to let it heal. With an injury like this, you're out for 6 weeks. It's obviously an upper body injury. Is there stuff that you're gonna do to keep the legs going?
Yeah, the couple weeks, I'll get back on like a treadmill and a cardio routine. As of right now, I'm mostly just studying film.
Okay.
Studying myself. And
Absolutely nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
Gotta keep the brain fresh too. So it's been a bit now, but roughly how long have you been down there now in Florida?
I've been in Florida 10 months.
10 months, so
Yeah.
almost a year, roughly. So, I mean, obviously it's warmer down there than it is up here.
Yeah. It's way too hot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Michigan.
Yeah,
so
right.
It's way too hot to just be in Florida all the time.
Right, yeah. Do you like it down there? I mean, other than the fact that it's hot, I mean, obviously,
I mean, it's like it's eye-opening.
Yeah.
I like it, but it has its moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The biggest part is that it gave me the chance to finally catch my breath, which is what I wasn't doing for the longest time.
Right,
I was just becoming more and more frustrated because I felt like I was talking in circles. But if anything, it's definitely given me time to reevaluate.
Right, kind of give you a new look.
Yeah,
give you a new look. That's good though. Sometimes, I've had this conversation with people before, and sometimes you just got to get away from the norm to figure things out. And I got to commend you because, man, for years I'm from here. I'm born here, lived here my entire life, and I've always said I want to leave, and I never did. Frankly, do I have $1 on me? Because if I have $1, it's going in there. If I have $1, because frankly, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I just didn't have the balls. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I did it.
Cuss jar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't. I mean, frankly, I just didn't have those, and I never did. So I got to commend you on that. You know what I'm saying? And you're following a dream, so that's.
Yeah, more than anything is like in wrestling. I've watched the documentaries. You hear the stories behind the scenes and everything. So many people have a reason why something didn't happen, or they didn't get to where they wanted to get to.
Right.
At the end of my story, regardless of what plays out, I'm not gonna make it because I wasn't supposed to make it.
Right.
But it won't be because I never left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It won't be because I didn't try. It won't be because I wasn't there.
Right.
It'll
There'll be
because,
something else.
It'll be because I wasn't supposed to make it. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay, I got you.
I wasn't supposed to be in that
Yeah, I got
position. And that's something that I've talked to a lot of people about. Like I said, prioritizing has become the number one thing. To the point where obviously the Fed is a goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Getting the contract is a goal. But at the same time, I'm starting to look at it as who can I open up? Who can I open up doors for?
That's awesome.
What
though.
kid can I inspire? Because
Right.
they're, you know what I'm saying, John Cena was a fan, so somebody inspired John Cena as a child.
Mm-hmm.
So who
Absolutely.
can I inspire in the crowd to maybe possibly be
Mm-hmm.
John Cena? It's not about myself as much anymore. That's the biggest thing.
I can totally relate to that. Not so much in the world of wrestling, but more in what I do outside,
sure.
And so I can definitely relate to that, and that's awesome. Now I know almost every Wednesday, not almost every Wednesday, every Wednesday, right? Every Wednesday, ACW has a proving ground, and so. That's in Port Richey, right? Is that how you say it? Port Richey? I want to make sure I say that right because I don't want to offend any of the people down there in Florida.
Yeah. See, this is the funny part. Not to cut you off, but this is the funny part. My life hasn't changed whatsoever. I went from Port Huron to Port Richey. I went from proving ground to proving ground. I went from the ridiculous opportunity with El Ridiculoso to the golden opportunity with Jason Falcone. It was literally one of those things where the grass wasn't even greener on the other side. It was the exact same grass. Literally, I just you know what I'm saying, I just crossed the street. It's
right.
basically what happened. But yeah, it's Port Richey.
Right. All right. So now down there, I mean, let's and I don't mean this in a way, but it's like they didn't know who you were because you weren't down there. You weren't wrestling down there. Okay. Yeah. All right. And a lot of people don't like what they don't know. So there was some booze. Now you've had some single matches down there, quite a few single matches. You've also, obviously we talked about it with the Golden Opportunity. You guys have, you got some tag matches under your belt. You got some tag championship matches under your belt, as well as singles championship matches. And now they chant your name. Like, I remember watching the very first video that was put on Facebook of you down there, and they didn't know. And now here we are, you go to with these recent matches and BRD down there getting booed, and they're cheering your name.
Yeah.
So
Very loudly.
really loud, and it's not like it's just like a couple people. I mean, so what do you think changed their chance down there? Or what do you know?
In all honesty, like I said, once I started prioritizing, once I started realizing what it was that I actually had to do, and
Hello, Mr. DRC.
and what I was trying to actually accomplish. The point of wrestling is to win a match. You know what I'm saying? And so, how many times did you see me do something and then stop and get into it with Alex's mom, or stop and get into it with this fan, or stop and pick my hair, or stop and start to dance? You know what I'm saying? I was just so full of myself, and I was on cloud 9.5, 9 3/4. You know what I'm saying? Walking through a fake wall, but like down there. It's funny that you mentioned the first video, because the first video, when they put it up, they called me Curtis. They didn't even call me Cyrus. They called me Curtis, and it was just like I instantly I felt disrespected, and I was like, what did I leave for? I was like, I could literally come down here to just take this, and like you were saying, the fans really didn't get to me, and I started my first match, or my first 10 matches, I was 1-9, and then it just got to a point where I was like, I'm doing the same stuff I was doing up there. So, of course, I brought the same frustration I had up there, down there. So once I let that all go, people started realizing that, like, no matter how much I lost, like, I was going to stand up. Like, I was getting pushed into walls.
Right.
I was getting thrown off into tables, you know what I'm saying? Like literally this freak accident happened, and now I'm sitting down. But, like, how many times have I gotten knocked down, or, like, I'm standing up the next week, and the person I wrestled isn't there because they're healing up. You know what I'm saying? They're taking the week off. So, like, I never stopped, and they started realizing that I wouldn't stop. So
that's not a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
And I'm happy for it. I like watching. And by the way, before we go a little bit farther, I'm going to give a big shout out to Sean Sisk down there in Florida, who goes down there. Now this last one he wasn't able to go live, but he still will upload the videos or whatever, which is cool. So that's awesome. So thanks to Sean down there in Florida coming out and checking out the local guys.
What's up, mama?
What we got?
My girlfriend.
Oh, hey, what up, girl? How you doing? Nice to see you. All right, now, so some guys from up here, no, not just some guys, but Nolan Edwards, he came down there. He had a match against you. He's been on the show as well. Well, I interviewed him, not on the show, but he's been, I interviewed him. And, man, it's hard to do when you do these things. But then a month or so later goes by, and then all of a sudden he shows back up. He's got Billy Ray with him.
Yeah.
And I know all of you personally, and it kind of blows my mind, because the last time I thought you and Billy Ray were buddies. You guys trained together, and I thought you guys were buddies. So what happened? What led to you guys having a match at ACW, in a tag match at that?
Yeah, like Billy was upset about me being gone. And I knew he was upset about me being gone. And, of course, Nolan was upset about losing. So,
right.
Like, I don't know. I respect Nolan, because I've never had to hear it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I literally wake up and Nolan's just got videos of, you know what I'm saying, online, and he's not in them. He's not talking. He's just calling me out. And it's just like you can't stand it, but, like, all right, man, I respect you. You got my attention. You know what I'm saying? And he'll come down there and do something about it.
Yeah.
So he's going to, you know what I'm saying, he pushes me to the point of beating him.
Right.
To the point where, like, he can get Billy Ray Daniels to understand his point of view, even though Daniel knows why I left. He knows what I want. You know what I'm saying? He knows what I'm reaching for. But it was more so, like, we talked a lot before and after the match, and it is about coming back. And, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have asked me to come back, but, like, if I had to tell him through a match, I had to tell him through a match. But, like, I just can't come back right now. Like,
right.
As of right now, it's just not for me. Eventually, but
you never know.
Yeah.
But I mean, man, you got a lot going on down there right now. You're doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, even not so much just in Florida. I mean, you're traveling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that's the point.
you're what's what's the word I'm looking for? You're paying your dues, I guess you could say, right? You know, I mean, making your bones. All right, so you're healing up. You got we know now 6 weeks. I know you're gonna get back, or as soon as you're cleared, or whatever. I know you're gonna do what you need to do to get back in the ring and get back in there and do what you got to do. So, what's the next step for Cyrus? Where do you want to go next in your career? I mean, obviously, we talked about the goal. The main goal is the Fed, but where do you want to go next?
So obviously that's the main goal. So you gotta start with small goals, and small goals is just getting healthy enough to be able to be back in the ring. But after that, in all honesty, I'm to a point where I believe I do need to win a championship. I've gotten myself into a point where I am able to be booked regularly on ACW. I've been used a couple of times in FIP and a couple of times in Evolve. But to get to those permanent spots, I need to get a WWN contract. And to get a WWN contract right now, I feel like I need to get a title and really get the attention of people. So when I come back, it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, pushing Falcone to the point where we could eventually get those tag titles and start catching some eyes. So
yeah, definitely. And that sounds like a plan to me. What do you think, Josh?
I think he can go anywhere he wants to go. So,
okay.
I mean, it's a good plan. He's not just going, this is my end game, and shooting for it.
Now, was
You're
that
going step by step by step?
Is that an end game plug, by the way?
I would never do an end game plug.
All right, so now I want to say thank you for answering my questions. But we talked about you're all over, you're traveling, you're making your bones, and like you said, you had some FIP, 5 or 6 times now on Evolve, right?
yeah.
You know, it's man. What's it like for you? So you go and you, in your mind, you don't know. You have no idea whether you're on that night, and then whoever comes up to you and says, "You're on." What goes through your head? What are you like? Game on. Let's do this, or do you get nervous or?
No, to be honest, I stopped getting nervous a long time ago. Only because, and that's not to be too confident. It's just more so, there's a difference between, nerves to me are, they take you out of your element, when you're really affected by nerves. I obviously will be going through what I want to do in a match and how I want to approach a match, but for the most part, when I get those opportunities, it's usually, the second day of, a double booking or a double shows. We run Saturdays and Sundays. And so I'm in the van from Wednesday night. And so this is 5 days of traveling, setting up rings, tearing down, doing all that kind of stuff, maybe doing hard cam the day before. And so the moment they say, Cyrus, you're going to, you're getting an opportunity, it's all right, cool. Hopefully I never go back to being the old Cyrus. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's, I've never been scolded after a match.
Right.
So
a good thing.
I take that as a plus.
Right.
But I'm still out here, scratching and clawing.
Right.
So, but I'm very appreciative.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, how many times were we told we're not supposed to do this?
Right.
It's not, it's not real.
Now, I remember the first match you had on Evolve. Now, I wasn't there. It was after, I was at Detroit.
Yeah.
It was Livonia. It was in Livonia, and then it was the next night in Chicago, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it was Fred, right?
Yeah.
Is that how do you say his last name?
Fred Yehai.
Yehai, is that how you say? I always say that name incorrectly, and it was.
Yeah.
What was that like with the?
So people, so if you watch Evolve '93, the moment it starts, me and Fred are standing in the ring, the bell rings, he kicks my chest in. And eventually he does the Liu Kang kicks to my chest, and I pass out. What you don't know is that prior to our match was a dark match where Fred Yehai wrestled Cedric Alexander.
No kidding.
In a losing effort. So he was pissed off, and I owe $1.
It's all right.
But, so, you know what I'm saying? He was very upset going into that
right,
match.
yeah.
And, I walked into the ring, and I looked him in his eyes, and I knew, I said, I was so happy for the opportunity, but I knew that, I was in a whole another world,
You were in a world of hurt.
That's why I got addicted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I kept going back.
He's a big dude, he might not be tall, but I mean, that dude's got some.
He's a savage weight.
Yeah. Definitely a big dude. I definitely wouldn't want to take one of those. let's see here. What's this say? You will because you have the heart that is required to take the next step. Very proud of you. That was Master Weir.
Appreciate it.
All right. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you answering all the questions. How about we go in? We're going to talk about some indies here in the state of Michigan.
Look forward to that. People don't know that I still watch everything.
Do you? All right.
Still
Well,
watch everything.
that's
So
cool.
I know what you guys are doing.
All right. So we're gonna talk about Blue Water, obviously. Okay. So we're in the indie section already. We'll put this up here. So I'm sorry, Cyrus, you're gonna go away for a second.
That's
What?
fine.
Boom. All right. So no more. Tomorrow. Blue Water Championship Wrestling returns with their signature in-your-face wrestling action, live at the American Legion post date Saturday, May 4th. May the 4th be with you, sir.
And may the 4th be with you.
All right, you're dressing up as well, right?
And happy birthday to you, Natalie.
Oh,
It's her birthday tomorrow.
It's her birthday tomorrow. How old?
24.
All right, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We should have her come in the dojo and we'll sing her happy birthday in the Tung Sudo way. It's not that big. Just like, happy birthday, Tung Sudo. Woo, right? Okay, anyways. We'll be there along with other Ragers, Danny, Master Weir, and all that. Now, are you going to be there too?
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right,
I'll
cool.
still be there.
All right, cool. So now Master Weir will be there. Obviously, he's a ring announcer. MM3, Weaponized Alex Weir, Keith Cream, Atlas Hightower, your favorite tag team, Twinkie Power,
That hurts.
Kid Bullet, and Cody effin' Hawk. Before we go any further, and I was going to do this a little later, but I want to take a moment just to say congratulations to Cody Hawk for he received the trainer award from CAC in Las Vegas out there. So that was pretty awesome. And one of his former students, came back and presented that to him. So that's pretty awesome. And then, of course, Justin Main will be there as well.
One of his former students.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, everybody knows who
Nobody
he is.
knows what name to call him right now. I get it.
Right, yeah, well, yeah, that's true. All right, so come on, check it out. In your face action. Tickets go up the day of, which is they go up to 20, right?
Yep.
All right, yep, see, $20. Get them while you can. And listen, if you see, any of us, make sure you come up, say hi, whatever. I love talking wrestling with people. Even if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll still talk wrestling with you.
That's the best time to talk wrestling.
Well, yeah, I'll fake it till I make it.
You ever make up statistics and tell them to people and see if they'll
No.
resend them to other people?
No.
Yeah, that's fun.
And
Fake it till you make it.
then of course, XICW. It's a weekend of wrestling, and you're going to be
Weekend
there
of
with me
wrestling.
too, because I'll be riding with you on Sunday.
It's gonna be a good
Right,
weekend of
so
wrestling.
so tomorrow we got Blue Water. Sunday we got Proving Ground. Now, Cyrus, I gotta ask you, was season 4, right? You and El Ridiculoso.
Yeah.
All right, who was your vet?
Oh, ridiculous.
El Ridiculoso was your vet.
Yeah. So I was the returning rookie, and then Louis Perez was the rookie.
Oh, okay.
It was the three.
Okay.
the three
All right.
teams.
So, tell me what it's like in something like XICW Proving Ground, because I would think that XICW is kind of like a league of its own.
No, it really is. And then you come in, like when I was told I was gonna be part of Proving Ground in season 3, like DBA sent me a message, and I sent him a message back like, I'm pretty sure you got the wrong person, like, because I had never even been to XICW, but he had seen me do work other places, and like he told me like I did well enough to be part of it. So of course season 3 was with Johnny Devine, and that was one whole style of wrestling.
That's where
that was where the dark side ran heavy.
the evolution
Yeah.
of Cyrus happened, right?
Yeah, he gave me that's when he changed me from Keith Sweat to Cyrus the Team.
Yeah.
But then literally season 4 happened, and I didn't want to do season 4 because I was upset about losing season 3. But at the same time, I wanted to do season 4 because I felt like I had something to prove. And so I'm standing there as we're picking the people, and like I said, there's rookies and returning rookies, so there's 16 people to pick. I was in the bottom 3 as far as picks, and I had just went to the finals of the season before. So I was like, I hate this. Like, what's the point of me doing this? Like, I was like, these people don't even want to pick me, and I almost won the last season. And then Ridiculoso picked me, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my life because I didn't know Louis too well. I knew that people liked Ridiculoso a lot, and I knew that people hated me a lot. So by the end of the year, I was having so much fun that Proving Ground literally, like, it's like going to your best friend's house, and so like every weekend you're looking forward to like asking your mom to stay the night because you know you're just gonna do some crazy stuff. Like,
right.
You're gonna top whatever you did last weekend.
Right, and it's just gonna be really
even
fun.
Even though it's the same stuff,
right?
The same games. It's just you're gonna top it in some way.
And the crowd is so hot there. You know what I mean? They are amazing. And every time, it doesn't matter if it's a Proving Ground on Sunday or a show they do on a Saturday. XI packs the house, no matter what, and it's amazing. It's an amazing show, and I enjoy it every time. Every time I go to an XICW, I have a blast. And, you know, you go all the time, too, and you know how we are. We're trying to... They're selling them booths out. They got them VIP booths at XICW. They're selling... They go on sale. The $90 VIP booth, which it's a $90 VIP booth for 6 people. By the next day, they're sold out.
Well, yeah, you get the pizza. That's good pizza.
No, it is good food there.
It is.
And I was talking to people. I appreciate you guys too, because like that was the biggest thing that I've noticed since being gone in the year that I've been gone. You guys, Danny Beals, Jayson Werth, and then in reverse, Neil and his mom, and a couple of other people down there. You guys are traveling more as fans, and that helps us. You know what I'm saying? Because if I go to like when we're going to these different places and we're trying to learn and we're trying to get better, like you guys really know our stories no matter where we're at telling a story, you know, and it helps us build confidence. It's like the world of wrestling is such give and take for the both of us, and people forget that because of money and what is perceived like once television and all that kind of stuff comes. But on this level, like we need each other so much that like that's the one thing that's made me like the happiest in the last year. It's just watching the relationship between fans and workers grow, as opposed to just watching workers grow and go places and then fans be like, that place sucks, don't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing people at DSW, Blue Water, and XI all in a 3-day span. You know what I'm saying? So that helps out.
Right.
And if you guys are doing that, you know what I'm saying, promotions are able to do more for us to give us more opportunities.
Yeah,
So.
that DSW show, that was a good show. I'm planning. It's now there's a couple organizations that are running on the same day, and like tonight there's 2 shows at the same time, I think, and then next week or the week after there's 2 shows. We'll talk about that in a minute. But like New Breed's running a show on a Friday, and so is Pro Wrestling All Stars or Metro Pro, and Metro Pro's got. Cowboy Bob Orton, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with Cinco de Mayo, you got a bunch of people that are running.
Yeah.
There's 4 or 5 shows running on Saturday.
There is so
and
much
Sunday
wrestling
and...
now. It's amazing, though. And we're so close to Canada. It's awesome. Then, you know, we got to put this up. We got to put it up. Put it up. Hold on. Where's it at? Here we go. Boom. Check it out. This is amazing. Boom. There it is. All right. So, Evolve, May 10th. Check it out. May 10th, Evolve Wrestling returns to Livonia, Michigan for Evolve 127. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Juntai is scheduled in a special challenge match against Anthony Henry. Adam Cole will be in the house, baby. What's that mean? Well, listen, you can do a meet and greet with him, but you got to pay for it online before you get there. It's not like other shows where you just walk in and can do whatever, you know what I mean, and wait in line. So make sure you get online and do that. Austin Theory, Adam Cole has a match against Austin Theory, which, by the way, if you ever have a chance to meet Austin Theory, get the autograph while you can. I'm just saying. Put that out there, okay? And that's just personal opinion. And other people have other opinions, but I think that guy is the man. Personally, he's really good. But most everyone else is scheduled to appear will be available before intermission and after the show. But Cassius Ohno as well as Adam Cole are the only ones that you have to prepay for. Which I find awesome because now I just know that you go in. I'm guaranteed. Right. I'm guaranteed an autograph. That's awesome, and I get to meet Adam Cole. Let's talk about it, right? That's cool too, right? every time I go to Evolve the show, I've been 4 or 5 times now. I can't remember. This will be my 5th show, I think. I can't remember. I have to go back. That's getting bad when you can't remember how many you've been to. But every time I go, they just continue to get better. And I highly recommend that. And, now Jayson Werth comes now too. He brings the whole family. You're missing out. You are.
October, man. I finished paying off my house in October, and I can start doing more stuff. But right now, it's like I can go to 2 shows and pay my gas bill. Like, that's what I can do.
I mean, I feel you. I get it. I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But hopefully in October, after that, we start seeing you. Like, I want next year, Legends of Wrestling. You got to go, man. You got to go.
That
it's
is
amazing.
I'm going to that.
Hopefully Ric Flair makes it again next
Oh,
year.
so you went this year, right?
Yes, sir.
You seen the Dirty Blondes?
Yes, sir.
See, that's what I'm loving about wrestling is like I wrestled with the Dirty Blondes down there,
Right.
and then they're like, yeah, and so I'm like, so you guys seen James Alexander and who do you wrestle? Gosh, Palmer Cruz, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I wrestle with guys up there. That's what I'm starting to love.
Right.
Is that I'm being in Florida. All wrestling is integrated. Almost every show I'm on, people know from people from Michigan or people from Indiana and Ohio.
Right.
And it's just so.
Is it like a mecca down there, like kind of like what's going on with Windsor
most part,
in Canada right now?
Yeah, because if you're not trying out for Impact, you're trying out for NXT. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like, for the most part, there's always some kind of people circulating through there.
Yeah.
Whether
Do you ever
they're
hear
actual
anything of like MLW down there? Like
Yeah, MLW's down there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
I was gonna just wonder.
I believe they do Orlando and Chicago a lot as far as their actual events.
I was wondering because you hear a lot about Impact and all these other ones, but you're not really hearing about MLW as much. And I was just wondering, MLW doesn't have a bad roster. I mean, Sami Callihan's there too. I mean, but I have to talk about this because this dude is amazing, and I know you know this, but AR Fox, dude, just look the guy up. If you don't know who AR Fox is,
I once spent 6 hours straight watching video with AR Fox.
with him.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
On accident.
Right.
Literally on accident. Like, I
Right.
was supposed to go to the hotel. I got into a car to go to a Waffle House. We ended up just watching video with him for 6 hours,
Which
and it was completely nuts.
At the Waffle House?
No.
Oh.
he ended up talking about a match, and then he wanted to show us so bad that
Waffles,
he had us come back.
wrestling, and AR Fox.
Basically,
Yeah, great mix, man. I love it. And then, so this is where we're talking about May 11th, right? May 11th. Let's put this baby up here. May 11th, MPWA runs their first show, or not MPWA, MPWA New Breed runs their very first show in New Baltimore, Michigan at the New Baltimore Civic Club. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Bell time is scheduled for 7. Tickets are $12 for adults and $8 for kids. Yeah, I like these guys that are doing these dual prices for the kids because, man, you think about, you got like my buddy, Worth, man, he's got 2 kids plus him and his wife. You know what I mean? So $24 for him and his wife, $16 for the kids. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it works out.
Plus the kids that the kids are going to be the ones that want the autographs.
Right.
They want
The T-shirts,
they
$20.
Gotta get a hot dog, and they got to get 2 pieces of candy, and I need a pop every 10 minutes. And
man, then here we go, Metro Pro, man. I'm looking forward to this one. I want to go to this show, and I want to go to both shows. I want to go to New Breed because I want to support this new organization. I know the promoter. But coming up also the same day, Metro Pro Wrestling, Aces High, featuring WWE Hall of Famer. Look at that, Cowboy Bob Orton. And he cut a promo. There's a promo video up of him. I forget who he's going against, but he cuts a promo and he says he's going to hit an RKO on the dude. It's like, yeah, that's sweet. But doors open at 7 with the show scheduled to begin at 7:30. Tickets are only $15. $5 for kids 5 and under. $5. Then, of course, these guys here, BCWA, Space Slam coming on over here.
They got some of the coolest graphics.
I'm telling you, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know who does their flyers and who, because I don't know.
I believe it's Joe Schwartz.
Is it? I don't. Well, the guy, whoever does this, whoever makes these into these animated photos, I said, man, you could sell that. You could sell those. You could, because I paid money to have mine done, and because I can't do it. I don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I paid for someone to do it on Fiverr. I mean, dude, this guy could make money on Fiverr, and it looks like he can do it quick, so he could probably turn over a profit real quick. And that's how it goes in this business, though, man. Everybody can do something, right?
Right.
Some way or another. You got some way to contribute. But Saturday, May 18th, BCWA returns to the Copeland Center in Wyandotte, Michigan. It is of notice that Weaponized Alex Weir is suspended for this show, so don't be planning on to see him there, because he went crazy on it, dude.
Suspension has always kept angry wrestlers away.
Yeah. Well, did you see?
Every time. That's always.
Did you
worked.
see?
Knock it out.
Did you see the match between him and Chase Burnett, and then
I
at
saw
the end?
the end of it.
Yeah, well, and then
that was all
DTA had
over
to
my
come in to
Facebook.
pull Alex off, and then he comes back again. But VIP for this event is $15 with general admission at $10. What's cool about when you go to a BCWA show, and if you have VIP, you get in the door first. Obviously, you have access to the people. Shark Boy is most likely going to be there because he is one of the champions.
One
the-
time I caught Shark Boy in a net.
That's awesome.
I reeled him in.
That's
They called
fantastic.
Where was this at?
IBW, the Token Lounge.
Right. So if you go there, they give you like pins and all kinds of like party favors for a wrestling show. They give you them loud blow up things. And I forget.
For the free throws?
Yeah, those things. And but it's a cool organization. You definitely should go down there. Who's driving to XICW? This time tomorrow or Sunday? Sunday he's driving. Danny's not going this Sunday, but we are going to the next one. We already have the VIP booth for the next one, and then the VIP VIP. I'm having a hard time tonight. VIP booth for what was this one? 5 or 6 that we're going to? 5,
July.
right?
The July episode's the one that should go on sale on Sunday.
Yeah, man, it's hard keeping track. I'm gonna have to get a hold of MM3 and be like, bro, here's my money. Here's $180. Book me out for the next 2 months, dude.
Basically.
Right, but man, they're popular, I'm telling you. But so check them out, and if you didn't know, homeboy down there, Justin Main, he's their heavyweight champ down there, and you can check that out as well. But that is about all we have for the indies this week. I'm gonna go through all the rate. It's gonna be quick, right? We're not gonna like sit here and try to have like a debate about WWE and stuff like that, right? Because it's just news, is what it is. And I already did that part, so we can just do that. So here we go. We're gonna go into what we call All the Rage. It's where we talk about news and stuff like that in the world of professional wrestling, in the crazy, crazy world known as professional
Did you
wrestling.
say Miss Weir and I are going? I was going to go to XICW, but
Oh, that's sweet. Awesome. Oh, listen to you. All right, and we're back. So we already talked about Cody Hawk, so yeah, congratulations to him again on that. But Impact Wrestling has announced a new streaming service. Yeah, so it's just which is a total rebrand from the global wrestling network that they had previously, because there was some dispute with Jarrett with Global Wrestling or Global Force. And so I think this is like a outcome, to my understanding, in one of the articles I read, it's like a settlement has been reached or something. It's an agreement, maybe more along. But anyways, it debuted May 1st. I have not heard anything about it yet, as far as how it's doing and what have you. But
I knew it was happening soon. I didn't know.
yeah, it was already
happened.
Basically, they already have the structure there. They already have the mainframe and all that stuff. They just had to rebrand it, and then now they're probably going to add some more stuff to it. Okay. They got that free channel on Pop TV where they're constantly showing stuff. And they also got a Twitch channel where they're showing Impact Wrestling, old TNA stuff all the time for free. So if you ever need to watch some wrestling, you got to get your fix on twitch.tv/Impact Wrestling, as well as not Pop TV. What's the name of that? I'll get back to you. I think it's Pop TV or something like that. It's a free service you can get. But good stuff. Now, if you were wondering what Kurt Angle would be doing after officially retiring from the ring, he did an interview with, I don't know how to say this, I'll just say WINCLY podcast. He did an interview with them people. and he said that he's gonna do some part-time roles, and he will eventually kind of slide into a producer role as well. And he talked about help developing some guys, working with guys and really, like working with them in the back and working with them. So Kurt Angle's definitely somebody that really, in my opinion, somebody that came from an amateur background really adapted well, really quick, and really well. And even though, with his music and you suck, but whatever.
It's a term of endearment at this point.
Right,
now,
exactly.
I mean, even at the end, it was just.
I remember though.
Suck.
I remember when it started and how bad I felt for saying it though.
I always loved Angle.
I mean, I love Angle. I think he's a great wrestler. I always felt bad, like, because when I went to SmackDown once when he was there, and it was when him and Stone Cold were having their program, and Stone Cold threw his medals in the Detroit River.
Yep.
Yeah, I was there that night. It was taped, obviously, but it was awesome. But Kurt Angle and The Rock had a match with somebody and whatever, and there was milk being slammed, and it was a good time, man. I'm blessed.
Well, I mean, the thing about You Suck is it was started by Edge and Christian.
Right.
They had so much charisma, and they had the long hair, and they had the nice attitude, and
The 5-second pose.
I think I just realized why I like you.
Oh, that
It's
was
blue and
great.
purple right
That was
now.
great. Why are you missing it, Becca? What? They're talking in there. Yeah, so let's see here. Now, WWE has confirmed the return of Goldberg, as well as Undertaker, and your favorite wrestler, I know, we were talking about this the other day, Brock Lesnar, for an upcoming Saudi Arabia pay-per-view on June 7th. Are you interested? Are you going to watch?
I didn't watch the last one. I've barely been watching WWE as it is, so when you add any kind of controversy to it, I was just like, I'm good. It's just, oh man, Brock Lesnar's gonna be there. I don't need it.
Right. Michigan native Rhino is taking bookings again, so if you want to get him on your independent show, definitely do that. And hey, listen, he now owns what do they call an arena? Marina. There we go. Marina. There we go. Big Daddy's Boatyard down there. And you want to, Neil and his mom, they got T-shirts from Rhino for Big Daddy's Boatyard. I believe you can get them online. But, if you buy a slip at his boatyard, you get a free T-shirt.
Ooh.
Hey, man, hey.
Now
But you can also say, hey, Rhino owns the marina I dock my boat.
Man, Rhino once booked me for a show, and it was a 6-man hardcore match.
Oh, no.
And BBA horseshoed a toilet seat around my neck from one side of the ring to the other.
But he made it?
Yeah, he punched me in my face, boom. I turned around and he threw a toilet seat at me, and it just horseshoed around my neck. I couldn't
So he's
get
got
it,
good accuracy from a distance, and I'm
Bro.
still sitting here calling him old
with
like an
With a
idiot.
toilet seat.
Let's see. Many fans are watching, and Link says hi to Mr. Cody. For Cyrus, does doing productions help with learning and seeing things from different angles?
Oh yeah, of course. You learn everybody's steps.
There you
In
go.
all honesty, like, the biggest thing about being in the ring is being one step ahead of the person. It's like chess. So like, more than one step, but for the sake, one step ahead of the person that you're working with. So if I know how you're gonna step, if I know how you're gonna hit the ropes, if I know how you're gonna take an extra breath, you know what I'm saying, before you do your biggest move, like, it gives me that much more of an advantage to know where to be to do what I have to do. So
Awesome.
yeah, no, definitely.
So you're like super wrestling nerding it. You're studying
Bro.
Do you have like a notebook with everyone's?
For the yeah, in all honesty, before I even got into wrestling, I would watch wrestling like that. Before I started actively doing it. There was at one point in time where I had my right knee done after college, and I found the Impact, NWA, TNA weekly pay-per-views from when they first started, and literally I have all the way from that when they started to when they went on television in a notebook, every match, what the finish was, who went over, all that kind of stuff. If there was a rumble, I have who eliminated who and what, everything.
Wow.
I've always been a wrestling nerd. But yeah, now I'm working in front of a computer about 9 hours a day, and then going home and at least watching one event. So about 12 to 15 hours a day of wrestling.
So there's a question for you, but I want to get it.
That's fine.
Right. Kurt Angle and Undertaker were both pulled from StarCast 2 and replaced with Mark Henry. Kurt Angle has also now been pulled from WrestleCade because, according to WrestleCade founder Tracy Myers, he got an email and it says it's competition for WWE. There's a whole lot of other things in there too, but I don't want to talk about that. So lastly, Jon Moxley made his return. Many are speculating where he's going and if he's going anywhere. In the chat, and you people out there, I would like to hear from you where you think if he's going anywhere at all. Personally, I don't think he's ever left WWE. That's just me. But regardless, I don't know about what you think, but put it in the chat. Josh, I'm looking at you. Do you think he actually left WWE?
No. If he was actually leaving,
No!
if your contract's
No!
about to run out, you don't get announced 3 months ahead of time, and you don't get a farewell match and a special on the network. They go, oh, okay, your contract's up. Bye. You sure you don't want to resign? I mean, we really like you. No? Okay, bye. They don't announce it 3 months ahead of time and do a countdown timer basic. No, he's still on there.
All right. Well, there we go. I don't know what that is, BRD. Anyways, AEW, Mr. Larson says, everybody's going to AEW nowadays. You get fired, you're at AEW.
There's only so much room.
That's what I'm saying, and even some of those guys, they got booked for the, what are they calling that?
Double or nothing.
Yeah, well, yeah, but what's the Battle Royal, the over budget Battle Royal. Some of those guys aren't signed to full contracts. They're just for the show, So it is what it is. All right. That was my personal opinion, so throw that in there. And now we're going to get into legit wrestling questions where you can ask us questions and stuff like that. And you can also throw some at AquaBruh, obviously, right? And there was already one up there, and we're going to ask him that in a minute. When I come back, or when we come back, I should say, as soon as I find I need one of those dudes. What do they call those guys? Producers. That's it. I need one of them. I tried to get my teenager to do it, but he's like, oh, it's not cool. I'm like, whatever, dude.
Well, that says Mike Henry. I was saying, you got Mark Henry in your chat?
No, that's Mike. That's Mike. That's he works with him.
Yeah.
Making announcements about Mark Henry in the chat.
Right. He works with him, and I used to work with him at Collins and Aikman, and he's kind of related to me, but not really. It's weird.
It seems like everyone's at least kind of related to you.
Not. Well, yeah, like Darcy, yeah, he's kind of related to me.
Right.
Like, I'm never going to admit it. No, I'm just joking.
How's being a producer not cool? Like, because he's in the age group where he should be walking up to women and being like, hey, I'm a producer. What's going on? Like, that's a pickup line.
I'm a producer for a weekly podcast.
He doesn't have to go that detailed into it. Just
right. Oh, I guess. Okay. All right. So, I have a brother named Mark. Oh, yeah, that's true. Cyrus, what guys you feel are going to be a huge impact in the future?
Like just in general?
That's what he says. What guys do you feel are going to be a huge impact in the future? That's from BRD.
I mean, like you were saying earlier, Austin Theory is he's the future of the sport. Like I literally have been watching this guy for 2 years,
and he looks like he's cut from stone.
Yeah, like he continuously just keeps on improving to the point where, like, if he's not hitting a peak, when does he hit a peak? And he's only 21.
That really?
Yeah.
I thought he was at least a little bit older than that.
He's only 21.
Wow.
Like he's a kid. Leon Ruff, you know what I'm saying? He's
a
kid, and you see how he goes out there and works. So, as far as Austin Theory, definitely. As far as like a guy that people won't know as well, probably Fabio Andre. He's a guy down in Florida, but this kid, like, he goes hard for it. He goes really hard. This year alone, he's wrestled in Japan, Italy, Colorado, Florida,
wow,
Alabama.
So he's going all over.
He gets around. Yeah,
it sounds like it. So here's another one that I missed, and I'm going to come back to it. But so, Cyrus, this is about your hair. So, what's your favorite color you've dyed your hair, and how long does it take to dye your hair?
Just like the diet is just like probably like an hour to an hour and a half. It doesn't take very long. Natalie does it, and she just does whatever kind of creative thing we come up with. But the platinum blonde, and that's because of like old school guys like you know what I'm saying, Gorgeous George.
Oh, here you go,
and,
Gorgeous
you know what I'm
George.
saying, Valentine and Flair. Like I eventually wanted it to be like as silverish, whitish as I can get it.
Right.
But like all the good guys had long, flowing blonde hair. Like you were saying, Edge and Christian, like these guys. Triple H, like when Triple H would do his jumping knee and then flick his head back, and all his hair would just perfectly fall into place, like he had just walked like into the ring. It's just
Shawn Michaels.
yeah. Sean, I don't know. Sean had nappy hair, like not nappy hair, but like his would get dried out, and it would be all over the place by the time. You know what I'm saying? He was doing the nip up. Right. Triple H's for the most part always just fell. Like it always just fell right back down.
Well, because he had like the mullet perm, so that's why his hair got more.
Yeah.
You know, when he was like young HBK. It's really what it was. It was a mullet perm.
Yeah,
right.
I got you.
That's funny. All right, so let's see here what we got here. Cyrus, if you could face any WWE wrestler, past or present, who would it be?
Present would be Matt Riddle. If you consider that,
yeah.
If you consider that WWE, I mean he's NXT, and if I have to go with an actual WWE guy, it's gonna be Ricochet. And then past would be
both great choices.
Yeah, past would be Macho. It would have to be
another
Macho.
Great choice.
Like that guy just it was just.
Have you seen the video from the Vice City? Was it Vice Land and Pritchard and all those guys are doing? They're imitating him and they do it really good. I wish do it.
Oh yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's great. I was on a show with Jay Lethal last week, and you know how hard it was to not ask him to do. Yeah, so I was just looking at this guy like, man, that's so great. I appreciate you for doing that. In my head, I'm just talking to him like, yeah, I really thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't ask him, but I wanted to so bad.
Right, yeah, well, heck yeah, you wanna. I mean, dude, it's a thing, right? And I mean, the Elite got him to do it, right?
Yeah.
You know, but...
Different level.
Right, true. You made
Eventually, I'll do the call back. Like, hey, bro, remember that time?
Hey, you remember that time when... yeah, good stuff. So, let's see here. I have a brother... Okay, so, I don't see any more questions?
I've got one for you.
Ooh, here we go.
Let's say you woke up tomorrow and you had a call from WWE and you had a call from AEW.
Oh.
Do you think you know which way you go with it, or should this not be a question you put online because you'll go with whoever gives you a call? If AEW calls,
I think that's one of those questions that you don't want to answer. To be perfectly honest with you, that's my opinion.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd be very, very caught off guard if both of them called me at the same time, to the point where I don't know, bro. Like it's one of those things where like the whole thing of what I'm doing right now is that I'm almost there. Like not to say that I'm almost there, you know what I'm saying, but I'm a step closer to being there because of the relationship that the WWN has with the WWE.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Already. But like,
a great relationship at that too.
Like that first match that happens when AEW streams on television, that's history. You know what I'm saying? And the second match is history, and then the third match is history, and like everything that they do is gonna be history,
right?
Because they're just starting,
right?
So like it's one of those things where I would almost probably like go back to sleep, and then just really,
wake up,
really just hope that when I wake back up, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not the person that I am with two offers like that,
right?
So
yeah, I mean, and it would. At this point, it would be dumb for anybody to say something like, well, I'd pick WWE over this, or I'd pick AEW over this. And not because, whatever, but because what if he says something like that and it ticks one of them off?
Right, that could be the thing.
And we don't want that to happen. We want to give him all the opportunity, the golden opportunities. All the golden opportunities that he could possibly get.
If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. You're one of the people that I've seen, and it's not a question of if,
it's when.
It's when.
That's for sure. Well, it's if you go back to when was it you were supposed to go against Pillman, and Pillman had a shoulder injury, right? And Pillman hands you the mic, and I said, "You messed up now.
Yep.
You messed up now. You gave him a mic. You gave him a mic, and sometimes that's all it takes, but." With you, there's more than that. You know what I mean?
There's always more than that. Like I said, you got to learn from those mistakes. It's not worth being upset anymore.
I don't think.
I've lost like outside of wrestling, like I've lost so much personally within the last year that I have to go, and that's not like everybody loses.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's basically like friends and family who are
Right,
just
yeah, I
passing
got you.
personally, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But to the point where I realize, like I said, I get pushed into walls. You know what I'm saying? I've literally jumped off of cages and off of ladders. You see me land on my head.
Mhm.
And then the ladder spot, you know what I'm saying? I fell and landed on my head, and I wrestled 4 times for XICW the next day. You know, but like people are just losing their lives, and they're just not waking up. And to be doing what I'm doing at any kind of capacity right now is very fulfilling. So
Right.
like I've been just trying to just get punched and just keep
Right.
on smiling. Like,
Right.
that. Like that was nice.
Do you think this? We were talking about, you know, losing, and just, you know, the trials and tribulations in life in general, in you know, in your career, in life, and I know personally speaking, but what don't you think that helps you grow, like going further, like everything that you've been through, whether it's bad or good, or it, you know, don't you think that helps you later on anyway,
Oh,
like
yeah, no.
to grow?
No, it definitely helps you grow. Like there's people who ask me, like, after some of the matches, they're like, man, why'd you do that? You know, like you go really hard sometimes. There's not a lot of people out there, or like, you know, we're not getting paid a lot for these shows as much as these shows type thing. Like, but you go out there and like every match you're trying to beat your last, you know what I'm saying, performance. And like for me personally, it's just like, why else would I do it? You know what I'm saying? Like there's no, like this, like I told you, this hurt like when it happened, but I try to get it back in myself to keep on going with the match, because there's been people who get hurt in matches and then never get to step back in the ring, and I was still able to walk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I've been able to not walk. I've been able to not know what's gonna happen next in life, to the point where, like, if I can keep on going right now, I'm just gonna keep on going right now, because I have no right to be complaining, because somebody is literally at their wall right now, where they either have to make a choice to smash their head in this wall and just keep on smashing their head in this wall because they can't go anywhere else, or change their life. Like, I don't have any walls right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't a wall. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? It's
right.
just,
It's a learning
yeah,
experience.
it's just there's a detour here.
Right, yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta make a left,
Right.
and then once you make a left, you make another left, you make a right,
You're right.
and you can get back on this road up here.
Right, right.
But I just gotta make a couple turns right now.
All right, I got you. And I like that. I like that frame of mind, though. I really do. I really do like that frame of mind, because, man, life happens. See it all the time. Definitely. Let's see. Wherever there are 30 people out there, or 30,000, always go 150% in performing, says DRC. Cyrus, keep grinding. I'm super proud of you. You're still the hardest working guy I know, says BRD. Awesome. All right. Well, guys, listen. Thanks for joining us again tonight. You know, we'll be there tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll hang out, talk, shoot the stuff, right? Josh, you're gonna be there 5 times. Oh yeah, Danny. How do you feel about being only 4 now? You're 4.
But they were like 9 at one point in time. They do whatever they want.
No, this Danny we're going on how many times they've been on the show.
Oh,
He's now been on the show 5 times.
I thought it was a 5MW.
No. He's been on the show 5 times now, and Danny's only been on the show 4 times. So now he's beat by everybody. I think he's even beat by him.
I don't know. I think I did 5.
I think you've done well. Yeah,
'Cause I did 2 podcasts.
yeah. He like
Did 2
remoted
streams.
in.
I've
So
been here at least once or twice.
Twice. Yeah, you've been here. All right, so thank you to this dude. Cyrus is number 1, says Mr. Larson out there. So thank you everybody that joined us tonight. Don't forget. Let me see. So Monday night, 5 o'clock, there'll be an interview, should go up, of Aaron Orion. Wednesday, another Collector's Corner, and of course, next week, another edition of Rasslin Rage. Same time, same place, same crazy YouTube channel. Good show tonight. Can't wait to see Cyrus back in the ring. Very good, very good. So don't forget, down there are, what do they call them things? Affiliate links. That's it. There. Come on, man. You're supposed to be my wingman. All right, affiliate links and all that good stuff. Also, you get a T-shirt and you know, hopefully we see you tomorrow night. And if we don't see you tomorrow night, hopefully we see you on Sunday night. We see you on Sunday night. That means we'll see you at XICW. And hopefully DBA doesn't literally murder you.
I'm gonna wear a mask.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
you hear
want
about
him to
this?
recognize me.
Did you heard? Oh, like I wished I was kind of drinking and I was kind of getting into it and I was yeah, right. I wished I had grabbed my camera and started filming it. About that one time when DBA almost killed you.
Right. I told the story to a guy at work. He goes, "Well, you've told me the story of how you act at wrestling shows. You probably deserved it." I'm like, no, you're my friend. You're supposed to be on my side.
You don't call DBA old, dude. I'm just saying.
Chronologically advanced.
All right.
That's-
So, hey, listen, guys. Thanks so much. Go out there, enjoy some independent wrestling. And if you're down in Florida, you know, tell AquaBruh Michigan says hello. All right, guys. We're out of here. This is Rasslin Rage. I'm Cody. That's AquaBruh. And that guy over there is Josh,
Hi, Levi.
also known as the Cyrus Protection Agency. And we're out.
We are the Death Threat Army. Vehicle City villain Aaron Orion.
Black Diamond Jack Price.
The Wild Child Jody Threat.
And weaponized Alex Weir. And you're watching Rasslin Rage live on Friday nights at 8 o'clock on YouTube.